Welcome to the Pastor Chira Show. I'm Pastor Chira, and today we launch. We launch into new territory. We launch into new mindset. We launch into new relationships. Are you ready to launch out? Come on and launch out with me as we go into this conversation on today. And I'm excited about this one here because we have an amazing young man who is bringing out amazing music. But listen, I ain't gonna tell you. I'm just gonna bring him in and let him tell you himself. That's none other than Zack Landry. Yes! Hey!
Woo!
Woo-woo!
That was such an amazing introduction. That was I felt like a super, like I've been doing this for over 20 years.
Because you're a superstar. You are a superstar. Yes, you are.
Appreciate that.
And I appreciate you taking this time to sit down and talk with me and share yourself with us on today. But can you just introduce yourself to the viewing audience on today?
Sure. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I am the Zack Landry, all the way from New Orleans, Louisiana. We call it the Dirty South if you've never been here before. I am a recording artist. I am in my 30s. Let me be my exact age. I'm a musician, songwriter, actor, singer, all of that. And I work with high school kids.
Wow.
On a weekly basis. And yeah, that's my life.
Wow. You're a little busy.
Oh, and I'm a radio personality as well. I can't forget that. Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're a radio personality too? You was going to slip that in? Just,
I am for Heaven 106.7 FM.
Yes. You got the voice. You got the voice. How long have you been doing that?
For over a year and a half now.
Really? How'd you get into it?
Yes. So I was getting ready to move. I was going to move to Georgia during Hurricane Ida. And I got this random inbox from a guy that's been doing radio for over 20 plus years here in the city. He's very popular by the name of J. Michael. And he said, hey, I need you to give me a call. And I said, okay, maybe you want me to sing in a program or something. So he randomly hits me up. I called him and he was like, hey, have you ever thought about being a radio personality? And I was like, I thought about it, but it never really, dawned on me to be one. So he was like, hey, well, we've been talking about you for about 3 or 4 months. We want you to be a radio personality. I was like, okay. So get there. And he's going over the ropes and all these different things. Never done this before.
Right.
And so I practiced a few times. And about 2 weeks later, he said, okay, so now you're ready to go on the radio. I was like, what? So he said, yeah, you're going to have your own show on Saturdays and Sundays. So yeah, so now I am the Zack Landry on Heaven 106.7 FM, and it's called the Weekend Praise Party.
Oh my goodness. Wait, so you were being watched and you didn't even know that you were being watched?
Didn't even know.
So you went to this interview and you came home and you were just going to leave? Like what?
I was just going to up and leave. Yeah. My mind was made up. I was tired of being in the city. And so I had just did the, what's the name of the show in Atlanta? I've done it twice. TV Atlanta, something like that. Atlanta
Yes.
TV. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
so I
I do.
just finished performing there and I was coming back home and I said, I'm just going to up and pack my bags and go and not tell nobody. And he randomly inboxed me while I was at the airport on my way home. So yeah.
Wow.
And so I've been at the radio station ever since. And he just called me today to do an interview with the pastor. So I'll be doing my first interview real soon. So I'm really excited.
See? And you're here with us. Like you're just...
And I'm here with you.
You're doing it up. You are doing it up everywhere. I mean, because you're just making impact everywhere you go and in everything you do, especially working with young people. I mean, how did you get into that?
Well, I love kids. If you can see the expression on my face. I love kids. I mean, I started working in the school system about 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
And it was random because I was doing a play called Mamma Mia. And the leading lady that played in the show, I did the lead one of the principal roles as Bill Austin. So
Yes.
she's like, hey, I would like for you to come and talk to my kids one day at this at a different school, from junior high to high school.
Hmm.
And she set me up for a job. So I started part time, and then went with no experience, part
Right.
time, and then she got fired, right? And then I wound up becoming full time, and I took her spot. Yeah, and then my contract was up, and then I wound up working at this high school.
Wait, wait. It just
Yeah,
sounds like
yeah.
God just
I luck up on some
continues
things.
to set you up. You get the
Yes, all the
setups.
time. Yes,
I mean,
all the time.
all the time. Like, do you just fall into these positions and these situations and circumstances?
It's the weirdest thing in the world. And soon as I get ready to think about I want to leave, somebody randomly is just going to say out the blue, and it just happened recently. Um, I just heard the God saying, he was just talking to people in general. I
Right.
just heard the Lord, and this was at a rehearsal. I just heard the Lord saying, don't move. And I'm like, Lord,
Right,
why
right.
can't I not
Like
leave?
what?
I
Like
want to leave New
seriously.
Orleans. Why can't I leave? So I'm just here, you know?
Right.
So my
New
assignment is
Orleans
not
is
done in New
calling you.
Orleans.
It
Yes,
is keeping you there. And
yes.
there's a purpose for you there because if you just continually keep being called not to move, but how does that feel? Like, I mean, because it sounds like you are in a place of, I'm ready, God. Like, I'm ready for the next. I'm ready for what you have for me. I'm ready for where you want me to go. I'm here. I'm available. Like, use me. And he keeps saying, be still.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, maybe you probably never heard this in any of your interviews, but I'm not ashamed to say, well, I just started becoming coming to the point and to the reality where I'm not ashamed to speak, um, in speaking into the atmosphere. And I said, look, Lord, I want to be successful through this. I'm hungry for
Right.
this. This is not just a regular thing. I want my gift to soar throughout the world.
Right.
And it has been working. It has been working since I've been declaring and decreeing it every day. So I'm
Hmm.
like, I want to get up out the city, but he won't let me go. So, but great things are always happening here, which
Right.
is funny
Right.
to me,
I mean,
and
because
where I
it's
live,
a musical town. It's a musical
it
area.
is, but we're very, people don't know this about New Orleans, but we're a little slow. And I'm talking about just the atmosphere, the city itself.
Yeah.
We're known for having tours every day, but people don't know that we always like we get the smallest straw,
Right.
always, or the
Right.
last straw, always.
Okay. So you're on a faster pace. So you feel like you're being slowed down in the area that you're in and you wanted to move
Yeah,
a little faster. You wanted to go
yeah, I feel
a
like
little
it's my
faster.
time.
Yeah.
I feel like it's my time. It's my time. I'm going to own it and I want to keep going. And it's my time. So, God, I need you to. But I think what I'm finally starting to realize, and this was prophesied to me last year, actually,
Hmm.
um, that you can't move because your assignments are not done. And once your assignment is done, then, that doesn't mean that you can't still fulfill your artistry, fulfill
Right.
your accomplishments and things of that
Right.
nature. So, yeah.
And it may be not a permanent move because you're going to be traveling. You're going to be going all over the place, like because you have to.
That's what I want to do.
You
Yes.
have to
Yes.
travel, like you have to.
Yes.
But home base, where you're coming home to, is important. Where your peace
Yes.
is, where your solace is, right? Where your foundation is, where your grounding is,
Yes.
where you can come and you know what? I don't have to worry about nothing else. I don't have to worry about like I'm here, I'm stable, I'm grounded. And it may be don't move from your foundation, but you're going to be moving. You're going to be moving here, there, and everywhere,
Yes.
doing and being and creating and sharing, right? Like
Yes.
it sounds like
Yes.
that's your heart. How
It
long
is
has that
definitely my
been your
heart's
heart?
desire. Um, I've been singing all my life since I was a kid, but I didn't start doing anything professionally until 2015.
Okay.
I knew 3 years ago that traveling the world doing this full time,
Right.
this is what I want to do musically. I want to sit in people's studios. I want to write for different people. I want to connect and network. I want to travel and sing on many stages as much as I can.
Right.
Showcase my gifts. Ty Tribbett right now is the big inspiration for me. Him and Kirk, of course, but
Right.
Ty is a big inspiration because he's touring right now, and I'm like,
Right.
that's what I want to do.
Right.
That's going to be me.
And he hasn't toured for a while. And
Yeah.
listen, and his story is similar. If you look back and look where he started from, here in the Philadelphia area, right? Philadelphia, New Jersey. And
Wow.
he had a drive and a desire. And he knew. And it sounds like you know what God is telling you. You know where he's calling you. And you're going to follow that with everything that you have in you, because you're going to make sure that your gifts absolutely make room for you. That's what I hear.
Yes.
That's what I hear.
Yes.
So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. And on the other side, we want to hear some of your gifts.
Yay.
We want to hear what you got and what you're doing and where we're about to go. So we're going to go to a commercial, and we will be right back. Support our April Artist of the Month. That is Zack Landry of Enon Music Group. He has a single out. It can only get better. So you can get it on all music platforms. So I want you to go. I want you to grab. It can only get better. I want you to hear it. I want you to share it. And I want you to purchase it so that we can share and we can show love for Zack Landry. And it can only get better. Come on, let's support. Let's go.
Just trust in God.
He will.
He will supply.
It can only get better. Yes, it can.
Yes, it can.
So don't doubt His love.
Doubt His love, 'cause He's on your side.
It will only get better.
Join Overseer Bryant K. Knight at the Pastors and Leaders Summit 2023, hosted at Bethel Highway Church, 4221 Aspen Street, April 19th through the 21st, where you will hear Dr. Johansson Pack, Bishop Sterling Davis II, Bishop Carlos Cannon, Pastor Crystal Knight, Overseer Evan Reicher, Apostle Marshall Blackman, Attorney Ebony Wortham, Bishop Liston Page II, Bishop Carlton Casey, Bishop Ralph Dennis, and Pastor Trey. Come and be a part of the Pastors and Leaders Summit 2023, hosted by Overseer Brian K. Knight, April 19th through the 21st at 4221 Aspen Street in Philadelphia, PA. We'll see you there. We're back, and we are back with Zack Landry, and we are talking about his journey in music, how God is making him stay where he don't want to stay, but we're understanding the plan of the Lord. Yes. Yes, we are saying prayerful, right? But we understand his plan. We understand his way. And when we're in that, like we go with it. And so you've been going in this musical journey for, you said, you knew about 3 years ago, but you've been doing this longer than that. How long have you been doing this, and how did you get started? Where did you get started?
Well, I moved to Dallas 6 years ago during Hurricane Katrina, 2005. So around 2006, no, I would say 2007, a year later after that, I wound up playing for a college choir, UNT College Choir in Arlington, Texas. And I never forget when MySpace was popular, I got this random inbox from a guy about the name of a guy named Evan Richard, and his bishop, which you probably know, is Bishop Younger.
Sure do. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So
Evan
keep in mind, it's
Weisher.
2007.
Yes. Evan
Right.
Weisher.
Yes.
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 Okay.
So they were doing a conference in Fort Worth,
Yes.
Texas, and they were looking for a musician. I mean, I just randomly got this inbox. So I was like, okay. So we talked on the phone. He originally had a girl that was going to do praise and worship. So we met up in a meeting and everything. And when he heard me sing and play, he was like, hey, I would like for you to play and sing for all 3 nights of the conference. And Bishop Younger is going to be our main bishop on the main night. And I was okay, never met these people before at all.
Right.
Went well. I used some singers from the college choir that I knew and some friends of mine that I knew from church. So after that, people thought I had a group. And I was like, no, this is not a group. These are random people I put together, and explain the story like I'm explaining now. And so later that time, we got asked to sing at another engagement, which was so weird. So we had rehearsal one night, and it was a Wednesday night, I'll never forget. And they sat back and said, well, man, we might as well just start a group. So I had this vision in mind, and I wanted to start this production company called Phase. It was going to be called Phase Productions, Phaze. And I wound up taking that name and using it towards the group, and I called it Phase. And make the long story short, it went from co-ed to all women. So it was like all girls in the group. And 2009, we were just singing. We were just going from church to church, just singing. And we were having fun. I wasn't even thinking about being an artist. I wasn't even recording. But I had songs that I've written already. And it wasn't until I moved back home in 2011. And that's when I knew I wanted to start recording. So 2012, we started something. It didn't really work. And if you would see the old look I had when I had hair, of course I'm bald now, but when I had hair, it was trial and error. So fast forward to 2015, I recorded my first song called "Come On Praising," which was a song written by a young lady in Fort Worth, Texas, and I just rearranged it. And from then on, I just started making more music.
Wow. I know Pastor Reicher. He was here, and he was actually on the Pastor Chira show last year. He's amazing.
Yeah.
He is.
So I'm glad I knew
amazing.
him before Younger got famous.
But about it. Listen. Because all of that matters, right? And all of that,
Right.
it all molds us and it all makes us. And I mean, just all of that, just again, happenstance. Just, you're here. Just play. We need somebody to play. You are in the right places at the right time. God strategically places you in the right places at the right times in order to propel you to that next place for you to, okay, I'm going to stop. So you've been, because, yeah, I felt it.
We about to tap in. I understand.
It's about to be a tap. It's about to be a tap. Whew. So you write, you compose, you produce, and you sing, and do you read music too? If you read music,
yes.
It's about, see, you're a rarity. So you're rare, right?
Yeah,
because most musicians, they just play by ear. Nobody reads. Nobody studied. They just, you're a musician. Yes. And you mean
it's a very rare commodity around here.
Ain't it though? Isn't that horrible?
It is.
Like, people love music.
Yeah, some people just don't have it.
But why? Why not perfect your craft? Why not perfect your
That's just like a person that can read but can't play by ear. I've seen that before.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh.
I can read.
Hey, how you doing?
It's okay though. It's okay. Listen, I'll take it. I will take it. Because actually, like, everybody doesn't have the same gifts. Everybody doesn't have the same call. Some people have an ear for it, but they don't have all the rest of the stuff to go with it. So listen,
Right.
when you come as a package deal, it's a deal. It's a deal. So let's talk about the single that you now have out. Talk about this song.
It's called "It Can Only Get Better."
Can it
I wrote
now?
that song.
No, can it? Can it only get better?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Really?
I feel that if you're still alive, you're alive for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
When your time is up, you'll know it because He's calling you home.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and which is funny, it took me years later to realize that. But yeah, I feel like it can get better every time. Life is designed for us to have bad moments and good moments. So they're supposed to balance each other out, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I wrote the song in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Target one night coming from work, and the way I write, it's funny. So the music came to me first, and then the words, and this is probably one of the quickest songs I've ever written. And at that time, I was going through some things. I had a lot of bills that were due. I was on the verge of getting evicted and fired from my job at the same time. So there was a lot going on.
Right.
And I performed the song for many years, but finally in 2023, I decided that it's time to release it.
When did it hit you? When did the song minister to you?
So it can only get better. I mean, I knew this year that I wanted to record it. That's what it really hit me. And I've been performing it for so many years, right? But it wasn't until I played a playback from a live version I did a while back, and I just started crying like a big old baby. And I was like, this is it. It's time to release the song. And then there's so much going on right now. And I've been getting so many calls about death and people missing. And my aunt was just in an accident a year ago, and she's still kind of suffering from that. She's not have fully recovered. It's a lot going on. My dad is in a group home right now, still trying to recover from a year or so ago. It's a lot. So I said, this is the perfect time, and for me as well, because I need it for myself.
Right.
I think it's a perfect time for the world to hear the song.
Because we need to know that it can only get better, because with everything that's going on, in the world, with our youth, in politics, with our governments, all this stuff, it can only get better. And the only way that it's going to get better is if God makes it better. And we have to trust and believe in Him that He's going to make it all better.
Yes.
However He does it.
Right.
And I know you said that this came from a place, it came from a low place for you.
Yes.
Does most of your music come from a low place, or does it come from wherever you are at the moment?
I want to say wherever I am at the moment. It's not always a low place. Sometimes it's a happy place. But most of my songs are encouraging songs. I call them, so that's why I really don't call them gospel songs. I call them encouraging songs. They're inspirational songs.
Okay.
Because it encourages people. It's a statement that people can relate to, and they can take it and adhere to it, and it will motivate them. So it just depends on where I'm at. Because I have a song that I've been doing for so many years that I thought that was going to be my first single, and I have not recorded it yet.
Wow.
So it's just wherever I am at that moment in time.
And wherever whatever He tells you to do, that's what you're going to do. Yep.
Yes.
And you stay in that place and you stay in that vein. I'm excited. Because you are sure. You're
Got
sure.
to be in this season.
Honey, because if we're not,
Got to be.
listen, I just did a message not long ago, and that's solid, because we have to be solid in the word, because the world will take us any which way. Like when we get out of this word and we get into this world, like anything is liable to happen, but the word is stable. The word is consistent. The word is what keeps us. The word is what leads us and guides us. The world can take us all kinds of places, and we'll be tossed all kinds of ways. But if we're solid and stable in the word, And that's what I hear of you, that you are solid and stable in your word. And that's what is keeping you and bringing you through. And I'm excited that you are who you are and doing what you're
Thank
doing
you. Appreciate it.
and making the impact that you are where you are with all that surround you, with all that hear your voice and that you impact.
Thank you.
So
I appreciate that.
tell everybody how they can get in touch with you. How can they get their music? How can we reach out to Zack?
You can first follow me on Instagram at the Zack Landry. That would be TheZack Landry. The Zack Landry Instagram, as well as on Facebook. You can also follow me on YouTube under the same name, The Zack Landry. And I have a website, iamasound.org. And you'll see my booking information if you would like to book me. Please book me, okay? You won't regret it, okay? Book me,
Yes.
okay? You won't regret it. I'll give you all kinds of different levels of me. You book me. So yeah.
Because we won't regret it. We will not regret it.
You won't regret it at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Zack, this has been amazing. I want to say thank you. I'm excited when we can be in the same room and we can just
Yes.
together. Yes.
Yes.
This is amazing.
Thanks for
Your
having
music
me.
is
I
amazing.
appreciate you.
Oh, always. You have a home here at the Pastor Chira Show. Know that. Know that. Always, always, always. We will support
Appreciate
you.
it.
We will always be here for you. Listen, whatever you need, call on us. We're here for you.
Oh, thank you.
We are here for
I
you.
need to get to Philly.
You need to get to Philly.
I've
Yes.
never been to Philly, so I got to get to Philly.
You got to get here. Listen, and viewing audience, y'all need to support Zack Landry. You need to support him. You need to purchase his music. You need to purchase his single. You need to go get all the music that he's already put out, because I'm telling you, his inspirational music will inspire you. It will encourage you, and it will take you to the next place, because he knows how to get through, and his music is what helped him. So I guarantee you it's going to help you. I'm Pastor Chira. This is the Pastor Chira, and I'll see you next week. God bless. Coming up on the Pastor Chira Show. We're right on into our conversation that we are doing every month with this phenomenal pastor who I love to life, because she is helping us with our strength. The strength in me, I did not see, I did not know, but she is helping us to learn the strength in us that we didn't see for ourselves, but we're learning it today. And I'm talking about no other than Pastor Dana Divine. Yes!
Hey!
We're here.
Hi, honey.
Hi, how are
How
you?